Where the Gator Bowl once stood, now stands this facility. TIAA Bank Field. ZA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Jacksonville, Florida. Today, our draw features two from the AFC between the Buffalo Bills and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started, and we're underway from Everbank Stadium. Return starts at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
180. 180.
Straight to the air they go. Bails out of the pocket quick. Looking deep to open the game. Well, they took their shot immediately. Would have been cool if they connected, but no luck. 2nd down. That's going to be something to watch as this game goes on, Brock. We know they like to take their shots throughout.
Yeah, and we know this league today, Kate, loves to play that umbrella coverage, right? Try to keep everything in front of them.
Yeah.
The only way you're going to get behind them is to take shots like that one.
Now the first carry for Quinshawn Judkins. This is ahead for about 5. That's Gregory Rousseau who cleaned up that play.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack brings the offense to 4th down. The Jaguars into punt formation. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground, jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
1st down, and they go right back to it. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Pressure coming, it's Allen. Has him on the quick hitter. He's still going at the 30. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Here's Etienne on 1st down. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Running back sent in motion. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Connection made, Travis Etienne. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12. Play action now with Allen. A throw left side, caught by Brown. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. It's a Marquise Brown touchdown. Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Bass now to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. Making some progress here. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
Defended by DeCamerion Richardson.
So a very early challenge, but a good one. Calls overturns, and that's going to unlock a 3rd challenge for them if it gets to that point later in this game. Here's Judkins on 1st down. And these drives him back out of field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
From the gun, Jackson. Completes it to his back, LeQuint Allen. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
And they get stuffed. He is knocked backwards on the play. That makes it 4th down.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Jackson's going to go on 4th. Going all the way to the end zone here. And the defender comes away with it. And the Bills get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
This is one of the toughest tests yet of this game for the defense so far, Kate. And boy, not only did they hold up, but they turned some momentum with that interception in the end zone.
Here's ETN to begin the drive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Design bootleg here. Buying some time right. That's caught. Tucker Kraft. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
First down throw for Allen. Into the hands of his running back, ETN. And he's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
There he goes on the right side. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, Kate. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on him. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Fields this one at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's first and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
Quarterback of his renown, Kate, I'm not surprised at all to see him throw it into double coverage early. And that incompletion, well, it's just going to fuel his confidence that much more to keep forcing it.
Finds him over the middle. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Brings up third and 2.
Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. So the penalty is going to back them up 5, and in all likelihood, they need to come up with a new play call for third down. Backed up by an unforced error, and this is 3rd and 7. To the air on 3rd and long. Buys time, rolling right. Catch is made down the right sideline. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down. First carry now, this is Bashal Tu'u. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
13 more yards. That's another.
First down, here's Lamar. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Tackle made at the 10, 1st and goal coming up. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And the Jaguars have a first down. So while they're in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our first quarter. Our score, 14-0. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. We're back for the start of the second quarter. Jaguars have the ball and a chance at 6. Toss play here, Judkins. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Catch is made in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Offense to the line fast.
3rd and 1.
Hey, middle. Hey.
Jackson on 3rd and 1. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Just about a yard to the markers, and they're going to take the risk and go for this. 4th down, here's Jackson. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
On the sneak, it's Allen. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
Gained a little bit there. Kind of feels like a gain of nothing. You know why? Because you're still playing with your backs against the end zone. No real breathing room and no margin for error.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
So far, this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go.
Allen on third down. And he won't find an escape. They converge and drop him for the safety. And it wasn't a touchdown or a field goal, Brock, but hey, points are points. And their first points of the game come on that there safety.
You'll take them any way you can get them in this league, Kate, right? And if the defense has got to score and they've got to continue to score, that is just fine. Because that is a breath of fresh air on that sideline and hopefully a bit of a kickstarter for their offense as well.
And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Lamar off the play fake. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Bills get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Etienne. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. He finds Brown right side. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of it. Gain of 8, 3rd down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Oh, I love this. Giving it to the big guy on 3rd and short. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
Well, the big guy gets him some positive yardage in close. It's not that the defense didn't expect run. I just don't think they expected him to be the one running it.
1st and goal. Here's Charbonnet. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Bills pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Zach Charbonnet with the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Pass now to kick this away. Bayshul Tootin now on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Running the draw here with Judkins. Nearly starts the drive with a 1st down run. He stopped a yard short, gain of 9. Dose of the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 9.
And he could have a free play here. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. And that one is incomplete. There's a flag down, though. If someone was across that line, this could end in a 1st down after all. Shotgun snap to Jackson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Mario Douglas, the intended target. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
You. Hey.
Shotgun handoff here for Judkins. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold it right at the line of scrimmage. So third down now.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Well, he came down a little awkwardly after making that tackle. Looks like he's in some discomfort now. We're going to have medical head out to check on him. On first and 10, it's Jackson. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Devin Lloyd making the play. And the Bills will take over as he reports his first interception of our season.
First and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up first and 10. Now Allen off the play action. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And Allen slides to a stop there with enough for the first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Out of the gun, a give to ETN. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
That's incomplete on second down. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
I'll air it out on 3rd. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
The Bills with a punt team out there. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. Oh, they are loving this one. It flies out of bounds, and it wasn't too far off the end zone. They're going to say it crossed at the 3. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Judkins to begin the drive. And this is a tough one. Met back at his own 2-yard line for the loss. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Here's Judkins on 2nd down. And how is that for some breathing room, huh, Brock? Gets him away from the goal line up to the 20. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
18. That's good for a Jaguars first down. 1st and 10.
Going to the ground again on 1st. No repeat success of that last run as he only is able to get back to the line on this play. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Another game to Judkins. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. This play goes for 36. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. First down throw for Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They gain 11 on that play. And the Jaguars have a first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now Jackson off the play action. He rolls to his right. He can run it. He's got it in the red zone. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
Down at the 2-yard line.
Ball at the 2 here for second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Gets it again. And this time he's got it. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars chop some of the lead off before the half. Lining up now to try the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Jaguars shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12. On now is Cook to kick this away. Calvin Austin on the return. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got first and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. He's got a gain of 6 there. That was Jack Kaiser who got there for the tackle. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. On now is Cook to kick this away. On the return, here comes Austin. Things going well so far. Makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your #1 objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half. And that kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
Allen now on first down. Hits him on the out route. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
On second down, it's Etienne. He dodged the tackle. Still fighting forward. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, kid, if you want to take your shots. And some coaches, even the older ones, will take the same play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
On first down, this is Charbonnet. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings them to third down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Third and long, they're going to throw. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on third down. They've got themselves a first and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Etienne runs it in. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills grow the lead coming out of halftime. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they paid the price over and over and over again.
Pass now to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. It's a design boot. Headed out right. Finds him on the crossing route. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down. Here's Jackson to throw. Chased out to his right. That's caught. Here's Quinshawn Judkins. And he's going to be touchdown right at the line, so no gain on the play.
There were just so many defenders in pursuit right there, headed downhill to stop that quarterback from running it. They were really right there in the vicinity to cut off that throw and that pass before it could get started.
He is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. A gain of 15 there. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
Oh, out and quick there, and they bring him to the turf. Offense in the hurry up here.
A 9-yard loss. It's now 2nd and 19. At the
now it's Lamar. Dumped off to his running back. A solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
He throws a bullet deep to the right side. He's got it inside the 10. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you got to admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
And the Bills get to him. Down he goes. Looking quickly here.
8 yards on the loss. Brings up 2nd and goal. At the Bills 16.
Lamar now from the gun. Caught just shy of the goal line. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1.
15 yards. It brings up 3rd and goal.
And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that passing, Buck. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
No go, Allen. And they stop him. No touchdown. No first.